Hi everyone, I hope you're well. Thanks for clicking on the video. I just got done watching episode 7 of The Last of Us. This will be my review. It was another fantastic episode in my opinion. I sound like such a shill for these guys, right? Like I sound like I'm under their fucking payroll or something, because every review I'm telling you guys how amazing it is. But I really feel like I'm not exaggerating. This was maybe even my favourite episode to date, including episode 3, which was fucking phenomenal. Of course, this episode follows the storyline of the Left Behind DLC. If you guys haven't played that, then dear God, you're missing out, because in my opinion, it was probably the best DLC content to have ever been released ever, right? At least in terms of like a single player story. It's truly beautiful, and they nailed it here on the HBO show, in my opinion. They reenacted this storyline so beautifully, right? Of course, they had extra added context that we didn't get in the game, but they didn't go over the top with it, right? Like they kept it pretty much same, right? Same, but different. And I'm so glad they decided to do that, much like I've been glad they've decided to do that with a lot of the episodes, right? Which is stay true to the game. There's a reason why we loved the game originally, including Left Behind. There's not too much you have to tweak with it. I really would love to hear the thoughts of people that haven't played the video game who've watched this episode, because I think for those people especially, they're going to be blown away, right? They're going to be wiping away tears the whole episode, because we know how Ellie is today, right? We know how longing she is to have someone be with her, right? That fear of her being alone, and you really get a look at that in this episode, right? As to why she has that fear. You know what I mean? Like, Riley's been gone for however many weeks. She's been left alone at the camp, the Fedra camp, by herself, struggling. She hates it. And I think it's that experience that really molds her into the Ellie that we have today, right, with Joel. There were so many scenes and moments in this episode that were so special. I could just list them all day long, honestly. This moment here with the escalators was hilarious. Such an innocent and beautiful moment, right? You can really tell the whiskey is starting to kick in for these guys, right? But even this moment too, when they're looking at the lingerie through the window and they just don't quite fully understand it, right? Like they're saying, oh, it just doesn't look very comfortable. It kind of reminds me of The Last of Us Part 2, when Ellie and Dina find the pornography in Eugene's like secret laboratory / weed grow house. You know what I mean? It was a similar moment to that. Honestly, in the real world, if you were to pull off a date night like this, it pretty much guarantees a pull, right? You know what I mean? Of course, this is a different type of relationship. They're younger. It's gay, right? Big whoop. Fucking hell. Everyone loses their mind if it's a gay relationship. But, you know, they have relationships too, right? Who'd have thought? But it's so innocent, right? Everything about it. Their relationship, how they feel towards each other, you know what I mean? They both want to make the move, right? You have so many moments in this episode where they're kind of candidly looking at one another, because they want nothing more than to just reveal how they truly feel for one another, but they're scared because of how close they are. They don't want to drive the other one away. And just that dynamic is played off of perfectly throughout the whole episode. I'm so glad that Neil Druckmann, in fact, was able to write this episode, right? Because Left Behind is his baby, right? Of course, The Last of Us as a whole is, but Left Behind in particular, you know, he's really nailed it here. I'm so glad they gave Neil Druckmann the steering wheel. I hope I'm not rambling to you guys, right? But I've just got done watching the episode and I'm on such a high. Like I said, this was my favourite episode, I think. If anyone has any complaints in the future regarding Bella Ramsey being casted as Ellie, I'm going to use this episode as a reference, because you can't watch this episode and tell me that Bella Ramsey isn't Ellie. You know what I mean? And same goes for Storm Reed, I believe her name is, the lady that played Riley. She had a fucking fantastic performance as well. But for Ellie, this really solidifies her as the role, in my opinion. There can be no more questions regarding Bella Ramsey's casting. I think the scene that continues to echo through my mind the most is, of course, the let's just be all poetic and shit and lose our minds together, right? I'm so glad they copied that scene bar for bar, beat for beat. It was perfect. It was so beautiful. It's a shame we didn't get more, actually. I won't lie. I'd have liked to have seen how Ellie handled the situation once Riley had turned. That would have been interesting. But other than that, it was handled perfectly, that whole scene. I loved it. Overall, if I had to rate the episode, I'd have to give it a strong 9, maybe even a 10 out of 10, honestly. I loved this episode so much. If you guys haven't got around to watching it yet, or you're not fully caught up with The Last of Us, please do yourself the justice of doing it. You will not be disappointed, I promise you. For now though guys, that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more Last of Us content. Please leave some comments down below with your thoughts and opinions on the episode as well, and I'd love to get back to you when I have the time. Thanks, guys.